What's up, guys? Welcome back to another stream. So this is Intelligence Maxing Day 51, and I'm currently at my school's hackathon called bitcamp. It's kind of this 36-hour code fest where you just try to create a project and present it within the next 36 hours, but I have a dance performance later, so don't think I have much time to really participate. Instead, I'm probably going to work on the homework that I have for class. And this is really just a continuation of the valuation of Nabisco for the RJR Nabisco buyout. And we're trying to value from the standpoint of the management group. So RJR Nabisco, it was kind of this famous leverage buyout that had a bidding war kind of incorporated into it. A lot of different firms, private equity firms, and also management within RJR Nabisco wanted to actually buy the company. It was publicly traded at the time, so they were trying to take it private. That resulted in a few different people offering different bidding prices for the company. And in order to justify the bidding price, they had to make a forecast of future cash flows for the company. So the management group, these guys were the people that had already managed the company. These were the chairman of the board, the also CEO at the time, F. Ross Johnson, and I think vice chairman. And their whole strategy was to take, at that time, RJR Nabisco was split into a cigarettes business and then also a food business. So what they wanted to do was take the cigarette business, that's their main profit driver, and then sell off the food business in order to finance or service the debts that the management group would actually take on in order to buy the company. So that's kind of a high-level overview. Now, what we're supposed to do in this project is to find the per-share value of Nabisco, first using the capital cash flows model, and then using the WACC model. And we're given a few assumptions here. So this is the cash flow, and this is the cash flow exhibit 6 and capital structure projections for RJR Nabisco under the management group strategy. We can see here in panel A, this is kind of the operating information, and this is what we get from kind of the operations of the business. Panel B is just restating that. But panel B is the capital structure. So this is principal payments and also the year-end book values of debt and also equity. Okay, so then we have a few assumptions here. So we have a tax rate, risk-free rates, market risk premium, unlevered equity beta, steady growth rates, shares outstanding, subordinated debt betas, and cost of subordinated debt and preferred stock. Okay, let me just make sure that these are actually right. So let's see. The fixed tax rate is 34%. Assume a risk-free rate of 9%, market risk premium of 8%. Okay, that's good. As a first-order approximation, the CAPM measures all equity returns. Use the unlevered equity beta 0.7 for Nabisco. Okay, I think that's given. So I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to assume that it is for all portions of the business. Okay, find a terminal value with a growing perpetuity with a 2% growth rate. Okay, steady growth rate. Given and word back. Okay. So we have that. Then we have the terminal value, 1988, at the time of bidding, the assumed debt was the sum of the current. Okay. Cost of debts are well approximated by the CAPM, betas of bank debt. Okay. Cost of bank debts and assumed debt. Really, this is just going to be equal to, I believe, the risk-free rate. Okay. So I think all these assumptions are right based off the first glance. 229, find terminal value of 2%, right? Then betas of subordinated debt for stock are 0.25. So we have risk-free rates plus micro risk premium times 0.25, and cost of debts. Okay. Okay, so first valuation, we have the capital cash flows. CCF is equal to the capital cash flows method, and that stems from free cash flow. So free cash flow in this case is operating income times 1 minus the tax rate plus depreciation minus capital expenditures minus change in net working capital. So I think what we're given that actually in this operating income. Okay, so we're given tax shield is equal to, alright, so I think first thing I did was, oh, is this in millions? Right. I think so. How do I double check though? Oh yeah, in millions of dollars, okay. Yeah. So operating income after tax, 1 times 1 minus, okay, that's good. Depreciation, amortization, change in capital. Okay, that's good. And capital expenditures, subtract that. So that looks good. Change in working capital. Okay, yeah, that's good too. Great, so these numbers are right. Free cash flow, then we have, I believe, operating income after tax, and then we want to add the depreciation, amortization, and deferred tax, and then we also subtract capital expenditures, and then we'll also subtract change in working capital. So with that, we have free cash flow. And I think from here, what we want to do is try to find the cash flow from the tax shield. And I think the tax shield we defined up here, it's equal to the tax rate times the interest rate times debt outstanding. So we have debt outstanding. I'm just going to pull this from the balance sheet, which is going to be right here. So this is the year-end book value. Year-end book value. Okay, so that's good. And then interest. I think interest we just get from this one. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, what's amortization right there? I think I deleted that. I might have to get it back. Okay, but terminal values added to present value. Okay. Okay, so change in working capital, debts, interest rates. We take debts divided by interest. Okay. Actually, sorry. Interest divided by debt. Right. Tax rate 34% stays constant. Tax shield. Okay. Discount factor. So cost of equity. How do we get the cost of equity? I think what we need to do is take the risk-free rate, beta, and then multiply by the cost or the market risk premium. I think the unlevered beta we were given is 0.7. So use cap M for unlevered. So cap M with unlevered beta. Okay. Do not wrap the text. Okay. Alright, that's tough. Okay, so take the discount factor and then free cash flow present value. Combined free cash flow is tax shield. Okay, that's good. I wonder if we need to apply this terminal value. No, I don't think so, because our tax shield ends up going to 0. So we take the final year free cash flow, grow it by 2%. Yeah. 4,134 enterprise value. Right. We need the present value, I think. Terminal value PV. Okay. Then we just multiply by the discount factor in year 10. Yeah. Okay. So enterprise value then. Take. Yeah, there we go. It seems reasonable. Yeah, okay, that seems reasonable with what they were actually paying for the company. There seems to be some type of actual value there, because I think the bids that they made was around $90, maybe 89 or 95, I think was the highest. So this is a lot more reasonable than 200. Okay. Yeah, and we're also not given any cash, so I think in this case we can just ignore net debts, maybe? Okay, so I think this is reasonable. Let me see what I'm getting here with the terminal value. Yeah, this should not be a percent. Okay, terminal present value. Alright, some. Total. Okay. Alright. And then let's divide this by shares outstanding. 29. Huh. So I'm surprised that the weighted average cost of capital. Yeah, the values are thing higher. Does that make sense though? Because I guess so. Because when we're using the weighted average cost of capital formula, what we're doing is we're weighting a lot of the initial cost of capital as debt. And so usually debt has a lower cost of capital compared to its equity counterpart. And I think times 66, 6.6%. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it seems more reasonable.
We're not using ML in this, right? This I can do on JavaScript and
Yeah, that seems more reasonable. Okay. Ah, 92. Wow, so it's about a $8 to $9 difference. Okay.
Oh, just go whenever you want to, because most likely my family will come. Unless you want to check them. There's an It's taught by a publication, Asian American clubs.
Internal present value. All right. So let's walk through this thing. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. So the value of our company here is just the present value, future cash flows. So that's the big idea. All right. Now we have to compute free cash flow, which is the same exact thing as the CCF model, but instead of incorporating the dollar amount of the tax shield, what we need to do is incorporate the cost of debt through the discount rate. And so that's something a bit different here. I think maybe a good way of explaining the difference is first, in the capital cash flows, we try to find a aggregate dollar amount. And then in this case, we're trying to find a percentage amount. So this is where we get the weighted cost of debt. There's 3 different types of debt we have here: bank debt, assumed debt, and then subordinated debt. All of these debts, they're tax deductible in the sense that the cost of borrowing is a proxy for the interest rates, and interest is tax deductible, so you get a tax shield for paying off interest. It's going to be the same for all of this. Weighted cost of equity. There's 2 really big ones here: the cost of preferred equity, and then there's also the cost of common equity. Now, it gets a bit complex because preferred equity, they also have convertible preferred shares, and so that is kind of like a preferred stock, but with the covenant or an added feature so that you could turn your preferred shares into a common share. Okay, and then weighted average cost of capital is just the sum of both. So this brings us to the idea of equity beta, specifically leveraged equity beta. And this is the idea of taking the unlevered equity beta minus the subordinated debt beta times the subordinated debt weight minus the preferred stock beta times preferred stock weight, and then times the inverse of equity ratio. So I'm not too sure exactly why we have to times or multiply by the inverse of the equity ratio. The more simplified version of the levered equity beta is taking the actual unlevered beta and I think we multiply by 1 plus the debt to equity ratio. But this is an interesting way that's so this is the extended formula. So I'm gonna say that with the WAC methodology, assumptions below given in Word. Year and book value. So it's around 1,535. Okay, so that is solid right now. I think then we move on to the assumptions here. Okay, these are all pretty standard from above. The exact same, the exact same costs of subordinated debts. So bank debts and assumed debt. Okay, yeah, that's good. All right, this is where it gets, now this is still the same. So we have free cash flow, should be the exact same as we have up here. Okay, so that's good. Year-end book values. All right. Okay, so let's see. We have the WAC calculation, and sorry, I was trying to get my gatherings, but I think this is where we left off. So levered beta calculations. The enterprise value is going to be the entire market value of the company, combining both debts and equity. So we have two different things here. We have the enterprise value is broken down into the common stock and then total debts. I think in this case we're going to use the market value of common equity. Okay. Okay, so let's start here. So what I'm doing is I'm taking our book value and subtracting the common stock, but adding the market value of common equity. And so the market value of common equity is in the first year equal to just the book value, the year-end book value. Okay, and then the market value of common equity grows by our required return on common equity, which this is determined by the levered common equity beta. Levered common equity beta times the market risk premium plus the risk-free rate. Okay, it's the cap M. All right, so this is how we get the actual levered common equity beta. And this is derived from the actual unlevered beta. And then this changes. So this is the subordinated debt weight times the cost of subordinated debt minus preferred stock weights times preferred stock, and then we multiply by the common equity weights. Okay. Okay, so that's good. I think if I this isn't. Preferred stock. Wait, what changes if I blast this over? Why does this change? Oh, right, because the value changes. All right. Let's see. First common equity. Let's see, what if I do this?
Once you get it to work,
okay, well.
I did most of the work. Thank you for explaining the we didn't know.
Oh, wait, no, that's not right. Oh, okay, I see. This is why. Plus. I see. Okay. Yeah, the problem was this is equal to the. I might have to. Okay, I need to kind of create a little highlight here to make sure that I kind of know what's going on, because this value is equal to the equity or book value, while everything else is market values. So, right.
I did the same with Gemini. I gave them a data of before they got there. So see what it
Okay, just trying to align everything, make it look clean. Right. Okay, I guess I'll use that for now.
I just said like copy data.
Alright, so that's fine. Now we have the market value of common equity. I think this is going to help us with actually figuring out the enterprise value. Okay, so, and then I guess also the WACC calculations. We have assumed debt weights, which is assumed debts, right?
If you want to pivot to this part,
And then bank
all you are doing
debts,
is basically using
subordinated debts, preferred stock,
I think I'm gonna have to go.
I think it's
I see. Okay. Alright. What's this? Yeah, it's probably the same. Okay. Common equity weights. Yeah, it should be the same. Okay, yeah, it's good. Okay. Now we have 100%. Okay, so all of these check up. They all up to 100, which is good. Now, cost of debt. Alright, so we have the cost of assumed debt, cost of bank debt, cost of subordinated debt. Yeah, these are all the risk-free, and then this should be the same. Yeah, that's good. Okay, tax shield is equal to 66%. Okay, so we're gonna have to multiply the tax shield by every single possible. Okay, yeah, so this number, assumed debt weight, times assumed debt, times tax. And then we have bank debt times bank debt, weights, alright, weights, cost, tax. Okay. 0.11, 0.66, right? And then it's the preferred, I think, preferred stock. Weight. And then 0.11. So we have common equity weights. Then okay, yeah, I think this is pretty good. So, let's see, it's good. Okay, present value.
I just said I texted the most recent one.
So we have the free cash flow, and then we have, I think, the present value of the free cash flow. So free cash flow, present value. Just take the discount factor, which should be the WACC, and then we multiply by. Okay, yeah, I think this is good. This is solid. And then free cash flow in 1998, same thing. All of this is the same. Okay, terminal value in 1486. All right, that's tough. So we have then the terminal value. All right. Yeah, maybe enterprise value isn't the best. terminal present value. Then we have a share price calculation of so we take our terminal value. I think we discount this back by the discount factor, right? Okay. Plus 10. Okay, that's good. Divided by shares outstanding. Cash flows plus terminal value. Alright. Divide by. Okay, so we get 92. I think that's a solid. So, first pass goes through all of the different check marks. So, all book values are market values. Okay. Let me. So, the book value of debts are the exact same. Debts and preferred shares are the same as market values. The only thing that's the only type of financing that the company at RJR Nabisco isn't has a different market value is the common equity noted above. Okay. Common equity. Okay, so we have the market value of common equity begins at book value, but then grows at the required return of common equity. And then also the book value of debt and preferred shares. So they're the same in both cases. Oh man, I just realized this thing was frozen the whole time. Okay. Nice. Okay, so that's the case. Then we have unlevered equity beta, Nabisco. So this is grabbed from Word doc. Okay, so I think this is solid. I am going to delete these. Alright, let me see. So homework, RJR Nabisco Valuation. Okay. So I think this is pretty good. Increase this. There's the terminal value. Okay, so that's good. Now we have share price. Underline this. So wait. Maybe. Alright, there we go. I need 1.5. Okay. So it's about like a $9 difference. take that. I'll take that. All right. I think I'm gonna stop this one here then. I might add on the Word documents. So estimated share price. 101. Estimated share price 91. Okay. See Excel. Okay. So now, extra credit. Exhibit 6 shows projected cash flows under management strategy. Do you think the growth rate is too high relative to what? If so, explain why. Why or why not? Okay. So parts 3. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, so this is, yeah, maybe I don't need this part. I'm wondering if I should put this on a new sheet. I don't think it's too much work, so sales growth. Alright, so sales growth, it's growing an 8.3% CAGR, it seems like. Let's see if I can extend this. Alright. Yeah, okay, so around an 8.3% compound annual growth rates. I think actually let me probably take this actually. Okay. Okay. So let's do operating income growth. Free cash flow growth. So we have the sales and sales growth, operating income, operating. I'm gonna take a look real quick. Yeah, Brian was showing me. Is it?
I saw Ryan coming to chat. Okay. I'm gonna let Ryan
Are you? my homework. It's just on spreadsheets now.
Yeah, I love hardware. I do prototyping electronics in my spare time. I can take I should be. But no, I'm not. I don't actually go to college here.
Wait, where do you go to school?
I actually work locally.
Oh, you work locally?
Yeah. So most I do for college is online.
Oh, really? What, you were dancing there?
Yeah, there's like a small stage. Not fantastic, for like one of the K-pop groups.
Nice.
Wait, is Brian?
Oh, yeah. I wanted to get some fried chicken. Maybe I should before it's too late. I don't want to just leave on there. What do you say? Who? Why? You have liver cancer, bro? Oh, man, liver cancer. Okay.
sales growth, operating income growth, free cash flow growth. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at some outside sources for cigarette sales CAGR. Okay, so is there a way to take a look at historical? Because this is forecasted. Historical tobacco CAGR. Maybe this is a good place to use ChatGPT actually. The web browser GPT. Okay, I feel like, okay, maybe, I could also try to find the historical from the case. I'm gonna delete my screen for a second. HCA, Kuala. Okay. I see. Okay, so this is. It doesn't split it up by. Okay, this is good actually.
How much is it? Wait, this is scam.
Okay, so we have this. Okay, so this is actually pretty helpful because it breaks it down by business segment. Okay, I think in in this case, I could probably delete. Alright. So I'll do operating profit, and then I'll do sales growth for everything as well. Okay. Sales growth. Alright, that I don't know what's going on here, so.
Why don't we go to Saturday?
Oh. Set. Okay. Operating profits. So profits, operating profit growth has been pretty strong too. Profits, margins. Okay, I'm gonna call this operating. Okay. Divided by sales. Alright, so tobacco has been operating at, it seems like around a 24-25%, almost 30% operating margin. Okay. Alright, my screen got deleted. Let's take a look. Okay, so I'm gonna probably go in like, I wanna say 10 or so minutes. Gonna start practicing for my dance a little bit, maybe even 5. Yeah.
Chaticus Japan. Oh,
Unless you know his son.
the war. Oh! Yeah, Professor Chaticus. He's French. He's Japan.
Okay, so I've got the values here. It's good.
Chaticus Japan.
Alright, let's move this to this side. Okay, it's tough.
His cousin, Gemini. Whatever happened to Bard? No, it's not. I think Gemini replaced it, right?
Okay, it's tough. We have that. Sales growth.
I call survival the thing.
And then there was another fraud. Devine.
Devine? What is Devine?
Like the Devin AI, right?
Oh, Dev.
Yeah, it was a fraud.
And everyone was cooking it. They were like,
They're like, oh, your job is done.
Wait, it's a scam?
Yeah, it's fake.
How?
It was fake.
bro, I'm gonna make
Okay.
a robot that wires like two wires together, and I'm gonna show it to every electrical engineer. You're done. First electrical engineer. Don't talk.
What idea?
We're done.
We're done.
Oh shit. Shit. Dun, dun,
Alright,
dun.
Brian.
Yo,
Okay. So I have this part down, right? You do like that. And then like this part, how do you extend this part once you like do that part? Does that make sense?
wait, do it again?
Like
Oh, how do you do the follow
how do you do
through?
the right side?
You know, I wish I could tell you, but I could just I bullshit it as well.
Can
Alright,
I see it?
I'll go like. Maybe it's just like a photo out.
Oh, it's a war.
Look at him. He has so much flow to it. He's like, ooh. Someone like this.
I went for my R 90 degrees.
Yeah.
I sent it out to 180 flat.
Yes.
Somehow make it low. You know, like that. I don't know. Alright.
And then from here, you can do the opposite. Yo, okay. That's sick. How about the body roll? Weren't you
The
supposed
body
to do
roll?
that today?
I can't do the body roll.
Why you looking at me like that? It's a work in progress.
Alright, thanks for tuning in to the stream. See you guys next time.
We all start somewhere.
Yeah, we all